Top of the morning, fellas. Big day today. We got a whole lineup of kick-ass classics for you. First one up on the block here is a Honda Reflex 200 from the class of 1986. This was Honda's smallest dual sport from the 80s. It's an evolution of the TL200 trials bike, a street legal adventure bike that can't really go anywhere. It's easily maneuverable, slim profile, and it's super strong, cool, absolutely bulletproof, reliable. It's a small overhead cam, one stroke, based very closely on the XR200, which is probably one of Honda's all-time most popular and dependable trials bikes, rails bikes, play bikes ever made. Virtually, tons of parts are available for it. Our painter here, Dean, he has one of these that he completely trials events on it to this day. It's absolutely stunning. So there's a huge aftermarket and like a cult following for guys that are really into these. Deans is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna bring it in and do a video on it. 6-speed transmission. It gets it close to 100 miles per gallon, which is absolutely phenomenal. But it's pretty fun, basically. It basically runs on air. Just over 200 pounds of weight, very silent, 13 horsepower, nearly silent in the registered yard when it gets off the meter. It was an instant classic from Honda. Definitely highly collectible classic. Go look at the trials motorcycle. Back it up. You can actually use these great understrike with one and a throw like Billy won't be bored on and have a blast on. So we went right through the bike. It didn't need that much. I guess now would be a good time to break this sign out right here. This was a show bike. It was part of a private museum collection. If you follow the channel, you probably remember Dan Keller. I went up there. It was the first trip in the tractor trailer to buy a collection of bikes, and he had these little plaques that he had made for the bike that he would put on when he brought them to a show. Check it out. Show him this right. That comes with the bike, so it's kind of neat seeing a museum display. And Dan Keller was the owner collector. He was downsizing. He had basically no more room in his garage to buy bikes in Detroit. Struggling to keep up, but he said it was almost a full-time job keeping the 30 bikes running, and he had a battery tenders hooked on every one, and he'd run them regularly. But we went right through it. We replaced the spark plug, adjusted the valves, changed the oil, new motor engine oil, cleaned and lubed the air filter, set the tire pressure, drained the fuel out of the tank, put EP94 ethanol-free fuel. Removed the skid plate, cleaned underneath that, cleaned the rear sprocket, installed a new gold chain, which is kind of like our signature. We do that in a lot of these classics because, I don't know, there's something like that gold chain that really sets off a bike like this, especially with the color combo this thing has. Removed the carb and the fuel tank, flushed out the fuel tank, cleaned, set, and rebuilt and adjusted the carburetor, put EP94 ethanol-free fuel in it. Front tube, tire tube was leaking, so we put a new front tire tube in it. We put new Ori grips on it. You zoom in, you can show them the Ori grips. Adjusted all the controls, the brakes. Basically, look at the entire bike. It was a full 8-hour day in the shop. They went over to the shop where Carlos detailed this one. So we went right through it. Like I said, it was a pretty clean bike. We steam cleaned it. We touched up the frame rails, polished all the chrome on it, repainted the kickstand. Just went through the whole bike and gave it a full once over. There's no point inspecting anywhere on this thing unless it just got it was on a museum display. It's rolling back into the New England Motorcycle Museum today. If you're looking to purchase a classic, then Honda Reflex, your ship has come in. Guys, in addition to the write-up, everything I've said in here has been documented. I have the work order. I have a 2-page work order for it. on everything that we did. And then I've got the paperwork from Dan here. Bunch of receipts. He actually bought that rear tail lamp right there. Cost him $170. And the turn signals that are mounted on there cost him $48.85. So he paid $220 just for that license plate mount, tail light, and turn signal. So Dan spared no expense in maintaining his bikes. And there's a whole bunch of paperwork here, receipts, pages and pages of receipts and stuff he had done to it. There's actually two of the plaques. This one's a little bit different, so you'll get the museum plaque with it. This would make an awesome Christmas present for a motorcycle lover in your life, and it's only what, 2 months from Christmas, so beautiful piece. Now this bike's in 1986, making it what's that? Like 37 years old, almost 38 years old. It has been ridden. It's not. It looks fantastic. It's not perfect. There's a couple little scratches on the paint. This is the original factory paint, guys. Very honest bike. It's not been repainted. A couple little blemishes. I'll call them beauty marks on the paint. The original shocks are running a little bit. I don't know if they're low on nitrogen or oil, but they're a little springy, so you might want to put a new set of shocks on it. Other than that, it runs fantastic. It's ready to go. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call. 860-454-7024. These things are absolutely bulletproof. I think I forgot to tell you, one of the best things about it, this thing's got no miles on it, man. 988 miles. Now, Dan had a huge collection of bikes, so he couldn't ride them all, right? So the bike just sat on display with him. That's why he sold it. So under 1,000 miles on a classic 200. You'd be hard pressed to find one this nice with this low miles. So thanks for watching, and God bless America.